Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. Today I wanted to make a quick video talking about Games Workshop prices. Everybody talks about Games Workshop prices, it's boring. Right, Games Workshop is expensive. Their products are expensive, there's no denying that. They've always been expensive, they always will be expensive. But I think that, when you buy a premium product, you have to expect to pay a little bit more. And for my money, Games Workshop are still the best at what they do. And yeah, I would like their products to be cheaper, obviously I would, but I am prepared to pay a little bit more to get the kind of quality that I expect from Games Workshop. Of course, that doesn't stop me shopping from third-party retailers online and getting 20% discounts. I'm not stupid, and I would like to see the prices be a little bit more reasonable, of course I would. But what I have noticed is that Games Workshop are finding ways to make their products more accessible and more consumer friendly, let's put it that way. Products like this is the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Khorne Bloodbound Frenzied Goretribe, which my wife purchased for my birthday and which I haven't actually got around to opening yet. But this is actually a cool little product. It's a bundle of existing products that Games Workshop make, which they offered for £40, which is a slightly better value, and then obviously you get 20% off online. That's quite a reasonable price for what you're getting in the box. But what really makes this good value, and what is increasingly happening with other products across the Games Workshop's range, is that they're becoming better value because you can do more things with them. This is the benefit of Games Workshop creating products that exist within their own IP, within their own universes. Everything they're making is either going to slot into Age of Sigmar or it's going to slot into Warhammer 40k. In this case, this is a Frenzied Goretribe for Age of Sigmar, and it was specifically put together to act as a warband for Warhammer Age of Sigmar Skirmish, which was a rule set that they released recently, which allowed you to take Age of Sigmar and really lower the army sizes down to just a few models aside for quick skirmish games. It's really good fun. And the Frenzied Goretribe was one of the boxes they released to sort of have a skirmish band in a box ready to go. It's 9 models in total, and you get an Exalted Deathbringer with an Impaling Spear, 3 Blood Warriors with Gore Axes and Gore Fists. I love the naming conventions in Games Workshop products. They're so silly and so over the top. And then what they've done here is they've got Skull Rippers and Wrathmongers. It actually says on the side of the box that you can make 3 Skull Rippers, 3 Skull Rippers and 2 Wrathmongers. But actually, that's one kit that you can use to make Skull Reapers or Wrathmongers. So, yeah, you could do Skull Reapers, you could do Wrathmongers, but I will be doing Wrathmongers. And the reason for that is because I have other uses for those miniatures outside of Age of Sigmar Skirmish. In fact, for a £40 set, you get a lot of utility out of these few models. Obviously, you get the Age of Sigmar Skirmish, and obviously, if you can play Age of Sigmar Skirmish with them, you can play the full Warhammer Age of Sigmar game with them. You can add them to an existing army. So that's 2 ways that you can use them straight out of the box, obviously. However, I also have Shadows over Hammerhal, which is a fantastic dungeon crawling game, and in the rulebook for Shadows over Hammerhal there were stats for lots of other monsters that you don't actually get in the game, but they're there so that you can use models from your extended collection. And Wrathmongers and Blood Warriors are both there. Okay, this is the stat sheet for the Blood Warriors. They're an exotic adversary that when they appear, you roll 2d6 and you get that many Blood Warriors. Obviously, the Goretribe only has 3 Blood Warriors in the box. It's easy enough to do. Just roll the 2d6. Anything above 3, just add a regular Blood Reaver from existing Shadows over Hammerhall collection. And there you go. Just a way to add a few extra, slightly tougher warriors into the mix. So that's good. And then there's the Wrathmongers. Wrathmongers caps out at 5, and there's, like I say, in the Goretribe set you can make 5 Wrathmongers. So there you go, you've got a whole additional exotic adversary group in that Goretribe box for use in Shadow over Hammerhall. And it doesn't stop there. Any models that any miniatures that you can use in Shadows over Hammerhall, you can also use in Silver Tower in the co-op mode. You just have to introduce them in. You have to slightly fudge it to create your own way of spawning those monsters, create your own creature tables, so to speak. But yeah, any adversaries from Shadows over Hammerhall will work in Silver Tower, and I do also have Silver Tower, which is a great co-op dungeon crawling game and highly recommended. So that's another way that you can use those models from the Goretribe box. Finally, as I mentioned, there's an Exalted Deathbringer with an Impaling Spear. And it just so happens that in the rules for Gorechosen, which is a really cool arena battle game for up to 4 people, in the back of the book there are character sheets for extra characters which don't come in the box, one of which is Hagrith Doomhand, an Exalted Deathbringer with an Impaling Spear. So there is another use for that miniature from the Goretribe. So there you go. £40, or less with an online discount, and you get a box of incredibly high quality Games Workshop miniatures. I mean, it's standard Games Workshop fare. These are the Blood Warriors. These are the relatively simple models to put together. Look at the faces. They're just so happy to be charging into battle to rip someone's face off. Blood for the Blood God and all that malarkey. Really good detail on... I don't know why I'm saying really good detail, like we expect anything less. This is my point. But yeah, lovely Blood Warriors. What else have we got in here? What's this? This is this sprue that it's got the bits for the Skull Reaper guys, which means there's another. Excuse the rattling. There's another sprue here. Wow. Sorry, I'm going to move that one out of shot. It's getting in the way. Some really big swords. But yeah, there we go. There's all the Wrathmonger, great big hammers on chains. And you see there's 5 sets. So you can make 5 Wrathmongers for Shadows over Hammerhall. I still haven't found a really good way to display a Games Workshop sprue on camera. I think there's so much cool stuff. There's so many cool little bits, but it's quite difficult to envision how it's all going to go together when you just look at it on the sprue. Sorry, I'm knocking the camera now, but I just wanted to get those. Yep, look, he's got skull earrings. Get that in focus. Look at that, skulls everywhere. Everyone's got skulls. Look at the headpieces on those guys. They look ridiculous. So yeah, there we go. 5 Wrathmongers, and of course the Exalted Deathbringer with a choice of heads. You can have him with the helmet with the horns, or you can have him looking like a crazy heavy metal Viking. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go with the helmet. I kind of like my models to have helmets and masks on. This is the thing in Warhammer 40k. I like all my models to have helmets on, and I kind of feel the same way about my fantasy models. I like them having masks and helmets and things like that. And oh dear, there's a bit of a Stormcast Eternal there. He's stepping on him. Yeah, look at... having said that, that is incredible detail on that beard and that face. That's going to be a hard choice to make. But it's a good choice to make. Because, you know, you might not have had that choice at all. It's always good to have the option. I like that a lot. I might have to go for helmet free. I don't know. That's a decision for another day. But for now, that's all I wanted to say, really. I wanted to say that, yeah, Games Workshop products can be quite expensive. But in this case, £40 or less with a discount, I'm going to keep saying that, gets you a set of models that you can use in Age of Sigmar, Age of Sigmar Skirmish, Shadows over Hammerhall, Silver Tower, and Gorechosen. That's an expansion for 5 games in one. That can't be bad, can it? And that's all from me for now. I'll see you all again. Bye bye.